Once upon a time, there lived a very happy little girl. She lived in a house with loving parents and a sister, in a warm house and in a warm land. Our story begins when a girl learns that not all places on earth are like that. She learned that there is an icy land nearby, where everything is frozen, even people. Her mother warned the girl that she should avoid this place and especially these people. The girl, listening to the story, looked out the window and seeing beautiful flowers, rustling trees, green grass, and shining sun. She simply couldn't believe that there were such places out there. One day, despite her parents' warning, she decided to go for a walk all by herself. She walked alone, admiring nature and listening to the birds singing. Suddenly, there was complete silence. The birds felt silent, and before her emerged an image like from a fairy tale. Everything was blue and white. The girl had never seen anything so interesting. She was a little scared, but decided to take a closer look. When she touched the white fluff, it turned out to be completely cold. It turned out, however, that under the influence of the warmth of her hands, the strange fluff turned into water. She decided to go inside. Suddenly, she saw a strange creature sitting huddled under a completely frozen tree. She ran closer, and then it turned out to be a poor frozen boy. The girl touched the boy to check if he was alive, and he pushed her hand away and warned her that she should go home immediately because there was no salvation for him. The girl didn't want to leave the boy like that. She thought that if she left him here, he would turn into a block of ice and die. So she grabbed his hand and wanted to take him with her. He pushed her hand away again, asking her to run away. At that moment, the girl saw that in the place where she touched the boy, the skin had become normal. She explained him that she wasn't going anywhere without him, that she would do everything to help him and take him with her. At this word, the boy brightened up, and 2 single tears rolled down his cheek, which also changed the color of his skin for a moment, but then froze completely. The girl hugged the boy and immediately regretted it, because she felt such a great coldness that she had never known before. His skin was so cold that it caused the girl great pain. She quickly pulled away and wanted to leave, but then she saw that his skin was becoming more and more alive. He stretched out his cold hands and said thank you. He told her that he had never felt so good. He explained to her that if she wanted to leave, he would understand. The girl felt even more sad, and this time large tears flowed down her cheek, which immediately froze. She grabbed the boy by his outstretched hands and came closer, explaining that she had promised him that she wouldn't leave him, that they would just go out together. And here we could end this fairy tale, because fairy tales should end well. Unfortunately, this story does not have a good ending. Well, while the girl was hugging the poor boy with all her might, she herself felt enormous, unimaginable pain, losing more and more strength. But she didn't want to stop, because every time she let go of the boy to rest for a moment, he asked her not to leave him. He assured her that her embarrassment was helping and that soon he would be strong enough to go with her to warm land. That's why the girl wanted to help him even more. She took off her shoes to warm the ground he was sitting on. But that wasn't enough. because her little body was getting colder and colder. She didn't give up though. She pulled out her heart, because it was the only one that was warm, and gave it to the boy, asking him to hug it. The girl tried so hard to save the boy that she didn't notice that she was turning blue and increasingly sad. She thought, however, that if she turned back now, all her effort would be in vain. She gave him her hands, asking him to give her his. When their hands joined in a grip, the girl pulled the boy up with all her might to get him to his feet. She had to use a lot of strength to do it, because the boy was very heavy, and when the girl lifted the boy, he immediately let go of her hands, and then the girl fell. She looked at the boy, who now looked completely different. He had a different skin color and was smiling. She held out her hand to him, but what was it? It turned out that her hand was completely blue and frozen. She didn't have the strength to get up or speak. She was very exhausted. She didn't worry though, because she believed that the boy would now return the favor and help her. So she stretched her hand a little more, and her eyes filled with tears, because she noticed that the boy was holding some blue object in his hand, which he tossed from hand to hand because it was very cold. The boy stood over her, watching her with a smile. He told her that now she would have to start all over again. He threw a blue object on the ground, which immediately shattered into small pieces. He looked at it with disgust. He turned his back on her and walked away. How did the story end? Maybe you can write its ending in a comment under the video.